We are live and welcome everyone to the Careers, Chaos, and Coaching with Melissa Houston and Felipe Cofino. Melissa, Happy New Year. How are you?
Happy New Year. I am 2 sips into my first ever buzz balls. If you've ever had one, let us know below. But I am in a
I'm
pina
sorry, this is a
colada,
PG
pineapple
rated
colada.
show. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine. If listen, don't describe what it is, and we still fall within those guidelines. Anybody who's listening who's not over 18 should probably log out now. This is LinkedIn after all.
So under
But hey
21.
guys, it's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Where are you guys coming in from? What time is it? How long till New Year's? Let's talk about it. Let's get everybody involved. I'm so excited, Felipe. Look at your little hat. I love
I
it.
know. I know. I'm very excited. I'm trying to get the chat feature here to overlay so that we can see people as they join. Oh, here we go. So Happy New Year. Please let us know where you are watching from. Let us know what time zone you're in. And let us know how you're celebrating because we have some questions for you all and we cannot wait to see what is going on. And it's great to see Christy. Christy, hello. Great to see you there. And Chris P, Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. And Karen, we've got to catch up, my friend. It's been a while since I've seen you. And why is it not showing Karen? There you are. And Noni.
You guys look at, I love that he's multitasking. I love this about him. He can click and read and say hi, but reality is we are so grateful for all of you to be here. How many friends do we see so far, Felipe?
A lot. I mean, it's just like a full room here. We got like, it didn't tell me how many people I can see live here. Hold on. Let's see if it tells me here.
And I don't
Uh,
know any of this stuff, guys, because I'm an audio lady. I don't know anything about Restream. We're learning on the grow, which is why I'm so grateful for Felipe. And before I forget, before this buzz ball starts to buzz, I just wanted to thank you so much for this year, Felipe, and your family listening, because you have shared your time, not just with me, but the audience and the people here. And we have really put in the work, right, to help others. And I just appreciate that I got to play on the playground with you this year. So thank you and your family so much for that.
she's just being nice to y'all right now because she's building up for trying to get my mother to bonk me in the head like she did last year on New Year's Eve. Just
Okay, give me a heart in the comments if you were here for last New Year's Eve show. Do you know what he's talking about? Before we get into it, I want to see the OGs of New Year's Eve shows with Melissa and Felipe. Just drop a heart. But Felipe, honestly, like this year, tell me about it. Why don't we take 2 seconds just to recap? What do you think 2024 meant for you? Because it was a lot, wasn't it? Like, does it just feel like 12 months, all those things? I was writing some of it down. I'm like, was that really only 12 months?
it was a lot, and it was funny because during my social Saturday chat room on Saturday, one of the things that uh, Lark Ambrose did during her weekly mindfulness session was she said, as you're breathing and doing the breathing exercise, think about what you're grateful for this year, and just go through all the things that you're grateful for this year. And so I started listening to them in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna write them all down. And then you know what I did, Houston? I wrote them down, and then I put them in a chat GBT. And I said, write a letter to myself, recognizing what I accomplished. Now I also wrote a list of all the trials.
Oh, guys, somebody please put that prompt in the comments. Sorry to interrupt, Felipe, because I think that one's worth writing down, right? So check that out. Bullet point some things, guys. Put it into Chat GPT and ask it to create that story for you. Give some feedback. I love that prompt.
Now hold on.
Sorry, go
Now
ahead.
I also made a list of all the trials, tribulations, challenges, negative things that happened this year, and I said to ChatGPT, write me a letter, a compassionate letter, recognizing all the things that I've gone through this year. Those two letters were very profound letters. But going back to the positive side of the accomplishments, I gotta say, as I wrote them down, I'm gonna listen real quick because I encourage all of you all to make your list because it really does kind of open your eyes and it's like make you feel better about okay, I got more done than I thought. So my company, Cofino Consulting, it actually made money this year. That was the first year that it truly made money. I got a job as head of HR at PRB, which has been a great job and a great experience, and I've loved that. Celebrated my foster son's graduation from Hamilton College, which was a huge accomplishment. Celebrated my daughter getting her first apartment. Got recognized as LinkedIn Top Voice. Got did a public speaking event, co-authored in 2 different books. Um, my brother and my mother both overcame serious medical issues, and I did over 100 LinkedIn audio rooms, a lot of them with you, Miss Houston. So those are the things that I accomplished in 2024 that I'm grateful for. That I think is just, again, if I hadn't written them all down, I don't think I would have remembered all those things. That's why I encourage y'all to do it, because I'm not doing it to boast. It was an exercise I did for myself. And it's something that, you know what? It's a good way to start thinking about, all right, what are we going to do next year? And it gives you a good starting point. But what about you, Houston?
I love what you did because honestly, I remember us talking. I was like, "What? You want to make money here? That on LinkedIn? That's cool. I know how. Let's talk about it." And honestly, I really love that you made money here because there are some coaches that aren't, guys. And so if you're not sure how, ask us. That's part of this, right? We are here to help you. We do this every other week because we are blessed. We have skills, we've utilized them, we've been able to create a network that supports us when we have a mission. We you guys help us push it out there. And it's really what the secret sauce is, right? The more people you know, the more people you take care of, the more are there to help take care of you when you need it. And so this year, when I look around, I haven't really done it yet, guys. I'll be honest. I love to do it on the first. I like to take last year's planner and flip through every single week. Just look at the meetings I've had, the goals I had, accomplishments, maybe some of the stuff that was tough, right? When I look back at just this last quarter, because if I try to take more, it would take the whole show. But reality is, the last quarter of the year, we lost 2 people who were very young at work. Overcoming that, plus, the stuff we do on LinkedIn, coaching, consulting, doing the family thing at home, writing books too, not just one but two, and helping them go international bestsellers, right? Supporting the other authors, having conversations with our publisher, like all of these things filled so many spaces that I had to step back. But I really think overall, I have to say this was the year for what I thought was rest, and really what I got was clarity. Um, while I was, dealing with all of these things that were really rough, to be honest with you guys, I also was able to close the year way over my plan for the retail store that I work with, almost 50% of plan. I think we were at 40 something, which is great, right? For a retail environment that I knew nothing about a year ago, to be able to say we exceeded expectations is a huge win. To have my assistant manager second in the nation, training and development, huge win. It's all her, but I kind of just lit a fire, right? And I think those are my wins this year, is looking around to the people that I sowed seeds into, to the programs that we helped work on through Wakabumi and the growth that organization has had. I think there's a lot of wins. I think there's a lot of losses, but that is life. And it is a balance. And it's 2 circles overlapping all the time, right? In the center is the sweet spot. I'm grateful every day. I wake up to a sunrise. I make sure to catch the sunset. And so that's my plan for 2025. Tomorrow I'm going to sit down, revamp, review, do it all. But it's been a great year. It really has. We survived, we made impact, and we're going to do it again.
Well, I'm excited, and I just want. Oh, I keep on forgetting to change the overlay. I just want to recognize a bunch of people that have joined the room here. We have like over 25 people here. It's great to see Alejandra. We have Sandra Wise, who's here. We have John Lacey. Christy, of course, is here supporting us as always. Noni. People are coming into the house, just warning you right now. So,
Here, I'll take over for just a second. Why don't you mute, Felipe, and I will say hi to our friends. Yeah, I will. Listen, I love Copper's ready to party, but guys, I want to say hello to all of you. Roy, Happy New Year in Sydney. That's so cool you're coming in. I don't even know what time it is there, but thank you so much for joining us. Stephen Ng, I haven't seen you in a long time, and I miss you, buddy. But guys, if you don't know him, go connect. He's one of my favorite people who lives in the library and does all the fun stuff and talks to the people who make the books that go there. Dr. Marcia, I see a leader like you. I love your commentary. It really is about living, and life is not perfect. And so we just have to take our lumps and keep going. And if you're not taking lumps, you're living in a bubble, and we need to get you out of there, because if it's too easy, are you really pushing yourself? Are you really making sure you're living this life to the fullest? And I don't think so, right? I think you got to get out here and get some scrapes and bruises. It shows you played the game. Nick, Tracy, Noni, I see all of you. Happy New Year's. Annie, what are you doing? It is 2025 there. That's fantastic. What does the new year look like? Tell me all about it. I feel like we have some time traveling friends, Felipe. Zakia, welcome. Hey, Felipe, I see you commenting. Welcome too. No,
You're
guys,
such a
honestly,
goofball. You really are such a
I
goofball.
am a goofball, but listen, it has been when you are grateful for life, this is a wonderful celebration. And I'm not going to lie, I feel really good. I'm going into a week-long vacation, so maybe I'm a little extra bubbly today. So sorry for that. Not really.
Well, I'm going to move upstairs here, and we're going to go mobile here. I'm going to say hello to you on camera here while we move around.
Look at how dapper this guy's looking today. I feel like we should have a hat off.
You can say hello to my family here.
Look at all the people. Look
They're
at
all
there's
ignoring you right now,
my
but
partner in crime.
wait, hold on, wait. For Melissa, here. Here's my mother. Here, bonk me on the head.
Hello, Mama.
Here.
Happy New Year. Hey, listen, can you give that son of yours a hug for me, please?
Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. All right.
Aw. And hug and a kiss.
Now wait.
And now, has he been naughty or nice this year, Mama?
Have I been naughty or nice?
What are you drinking, beer? Who, you?
Yes.
Depends on the day.
Does he deserve a bunk on the head this year? Should we give him a bunk on the head?
Nice.
Hit me on the head again.
A month or so ago.
There you go.
There it is.
All right.
Listen,
It's all
Mama said he
video now,
deserves
all
it.
right?
I
So,
feel like
2 years in a row.
this is beautiful. Happy New Year.
And for a first time appearance, here's my beautiful wife. Hi.
Michelle, my best friend. Listen, we sing to each other. That's what we do. I can't wait to go clubbing with that lady, and Felipe's our designated driver.
Oh God. All right. Well, I don't know, but we are going upstairs now to the quiet room where there aren't as many people, and we are going to talk about some stuff that you all can share because we want you all to come up and join us. I put a link in the comments so y'all can join us up here, and the link in the actual chat I don't think is clickable, so I actually put them in the comments of the event. So make sure that you check that out. But I'll be doing it from up here now with a nice little festive background.
I love this. Wait, I gotta ask a favor, guys. Listen, I would love to be as cool as Felipe and on camera, but I kind of deleted my camera from my laptop and I don't know how to fix it. So if you know how to make this reappear, message me. We might need a chat this week so I can get live with LinkedIn because they're gonna make me go on camera and my laptop forgot how. Thanks, guys.
You getting this yet?
I'm a little bit. Maybe I should slow down on this 15% little ball of joy.
Right.
Have you guys had one of these little
here.
things?
Hold on. What's that?
I just wondered if they've ever had one of these little ball things. I'm not a drinker, guys. I joke about it a lot, but I really don't. So this pineapple colada is interesting.
Well, I have never heard of it before, so I don't know. But
I'm gonna send you a picture.
All right. Well, real quick, before we start having people join us here, I wanted to ask a few questions for y'all to think about that you might want to share and come up on stage. And hold on as I turn off my Alexa here. Sorry, just playing music in the background. So I had written down some questions and ideas that I wanted you all to think about because I think this time of year it's always a good opportunity for us to ask different questions of ourselves and kind of reflect, but also it's also a fun time to really just be silly and you know, like Melissa always asked about what's your favorite cereal, your favorite Muppet. So I encourage you all to think about silly things that you're thinking of for 2025, and here are some questions for you all to think about. All right, so I want you to think about this. If you were a movie, what genre would you be? Comedy, horror, sci-fi, and who would you play? All right, there's one there if you want to answer that. Or if you want to share your most embarrassing moment that happened this year, especially if it happened on a video call, that'd be even funnier. What's the strangest New Year's resolution that you ever made and completely failed at? And then if you could only eat one thing for every meal in 2025, what would it be, and would you survive?
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to slow these down because these are fantastic questions. I'm like, wait, I want to type out my answers so I don't forget, and I'm not quick enough. So take this one by one while you're telling them they can drop their answers, but ask me again because I want to give you all of them. I love questions.
All right, so here's
Please.
question number one. You ready? And Brian, will
What's the first one?
hang in there, Brian. We'll bring you up soon. All right, so question
Sorry.
number one.
Which?
Can you hear me? Wait,
Oh, hold on.
you're echoing. You there?
My internet stinks. One moment, please.
Stand by. All right. Well, while we stand by, I'm going to repeat the questions again for you all.
One
The
at a
first one
time.
was, all right, here's the first one. If you were a movie, what genre would you be? Like comedy, horror, sci-fi? And who would you play?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, please help me here. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever seen Cabin in the Woods. Because honestly, I feel like I would be that comedic horror movie where it's like thriller meets funny comedic timing. You're also fighting the bad guy, trying to survive. That feels like life 101 for me. I don't know about you guys, but totally be maybe a thriller conspiracy theory. What do you think? What
I
about
see
you?
that.
I want to know your answer.
I definitely see that. For me, I gotta say, I think I'd want to be like an action movie, action superhero, Die Hard, Batman kind of movie, one of those kind of movies. I want there to be some thriller. I want there to be some suspense. I want there to be some mystery that you have to solve. That's the kind of thing I'd want. So, all right, the next one real quick, and we're just gonna do three real quick. What's your most embarrassing or hilarious things happened to you on video this year? Oh, and we lost Melissa Houston. All right. Well, then, since we lost Melissa Houston, we're going to bring some people on stage here because she's obviously having some technical difficulty, and I'm sure she'll be back very shortly. Oh, wait. Is that her? Let's see here. There she is.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, listen. So, did you hear me? Because my internet was really bad. I had to switch to my hotspot.
Or the most embarrassing or hilarious thing that happened to you? No.
Oh man. On LinkedIn or just in general this year?
On video, actually.
Didn't happen.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. There was no video. I mean, the fact that I deleted my camera is kind of embarrassing. I guess that would be it.
No funny things, even like on a work video call or a family video call?
No. Sorry. I suck at that part. Everybody
right.
knows I'm anti-video. Why are you shocked? What about you?
All right,
Did you
fine,
share
fine, fine.
yours?
All right. Now, for the third and last one, you want me to ask about your strangest New Year's resolution or the one thing you could eat?
Either way. What's the next question? I want to hear it from the audience too. So,
all right, what's the strangest New Year's resolution that you ever made that you completely failed at?
oh, strangest that I failed at? I guess being abstinent. It was strange. I tried to place that in the first place. I'm blushing a little bit, but that's my truth. Sorry, guys.
Okay. All right.
What about you now? What kind of question is that? That is so embarrassing.
I don't have a strange one, but the thing that I failed at least 7 years in a row was to quit smoking. So, and then I finally.
How did you end up quitting? Because I did too back in 2015.
Actually, vaping helped me get off the cigarettes, and then had to get off vaping. So,
so guys, can I share mine real quick in case you want to quit smoking for 2025? What I did was I got gum. I would drink a bottle of water. I would wash my hands and or brush my teeth, depending on where I was. If I was at work, I would brush my teeth. If I was at home, I would brush my teeth and wash my face. The reason I did that was because an average craving is 10 minutes. And by the time I got my teeth brushed, perfume on, drank the water, whatever it was, I didn't need that anymore. And then I smelled so good or I felt so fresh, I didn't want to ruin it. I also kept a closed pack of cigarettes in my car, and I would talk myself out of opening it because I realized I can't go without, but if I have just one, I can make it last a decade if I had to. And so in my brain, it was if I don't have it, I need it. But if I have it, I don't need it. I can talk myself out of waiting just a few more minutes till the next one. And it really helped a ton.
That's awesome. And I think, look, whether you're quitting smoking or you're trying to cut back on eating or whatever you're trying to do, it's whatever works for you. And it definitely is something that you got to keep on trying. So let's bring Brian up here because he's been patiently waiting. And it's great to see Brian.
Hey.
Brian!
Brian, I see you. Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. This is my first time on Restream. Um, I I did make my own account today. I don't know if that's helping with getting on here, but I'm
Yeah, absolutely. Having your own account definitely helps. And the free account really does work just fine.
yeah. Um, so, but I'm cautiously optimistic about this. In my early moments of using. So it's nice to get a head start on 2025 as we go along. But it looks like Melissa's having some tech issues again. But yeah, thank you. This definitely puts a smile on my face after going through mini grief after Bobby Omar's space today as the last audio space I ever was attending. So, but yeah, I'm excited for the new year, and just popping in for a few moments. Thank you. And if there's any, I forgot what the fun question was. So
Well, yeah, I'll ask you right now. So,
Hold on, wait 2 seconds. Brian, can I just say I'm so grateful to be your first experience on Restream because I know you have grown exponentially in our audio events and just growing your strategy on LinkedIn and growing your confidence of speaking. And I am so proud of you. And thank you so much for joining us for your first Restream event. Felipe, back to you.
no, and Brian, I want to give you kudos. You have grown so much since you've been on LinkedIn, but even over this past year, you really have just shined and grown. And I think you're just not only are you an amazing advocate, you're an amazing role model for people out there that are struggling, whether it's neurodiversity or autism. You definitely are a leader out there. So I applaud you for the amazing work you're doing. And getting on Restream is just another way. And here's the thing, here we are, and the link is in the comments, y'all. You can join us up here like Brian, just like we would in any other audio room. So nothing's changing. We're still engaging. The good thing is that if you missed it, you can still hear it later on, and we get to see the comments and the people engaging live. So that's the great thing. And I love seeing how people are talking to each other, and it's great to see the community. So I really appreciate everyone being here. So for the question I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask you a different question here, Brian. Here's the question for you. If you could only eat one thing for every meal in 2025, what would it be? And could you survive eating that?
if there was only one meal I could eat in 2025, I probably would do something with chicken, anything with chicken. And I think that as long as it's healthy, I could survive on that.
That's probably a smart answer. I like that. Chicken, you can do a lot with chicken. And I was thinking like something like seafood related, but you're right. Chicken, you can do baked chicken, chicken salad, chicken, fried chicken. You can do a lot with chicken. So great answer. Very smart answer.
Thank you.
Houston, what would you say to that question?
Oh my gosh, I am torn because I got to be honest, growing up in Arizona, I'm a big fan of Mexican food. So my first thought is definitely in the Mexican food genre. And then I was like, tacos for sure. I could eat tacos every day. But then I paused and I was like, wait a minute, that's not what you order. When I Uber Eats, I always get a chili relleno burrito, adding carne asada, and then I get 8 ounces of green salsa to put on top of it. And their salsa verde is so amazing. I will drink it on the side. So that is my answer. I want the burrito and I need the salsa, and it has to be 8 ounces. And I know I'm a weirdo. I don't care. I don't care. That's my answer.
Well, I agree you're a weirdo, but I don't think that's that weird. A lot of people, I know my wife would definitely pick some type of Chipotle style food. And I will say, I think, it's a hard question because I would love to be able to say like crabs or shrimp or seafood, but it's not. I don't know if I could eat that every single day. After a while, it gets tiring, and you can't. There's not as much variety with the cooking. So, and do me a favor, for those of you in the audience, thank you first of all for shout outs to Abuela, Tracy. I saw that. If you all tell us what is the one food that you all would eat if you had to pick only one food for 2025, and I doubt we could all survive on one food. Eventually, we would just get tired and probably starve.
I could eat a taco the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I
for
don't care. I'll be
365 days
honest.
a year,
Yes,
Houston, that's a lot.
1000%. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, guys, give me a thumbs up if you would be able to eat tacos every day, every meal for the rest of your life. I don't know if I'm just a weirdo, but it's delicious. Look at Brian's ready. He's in with the tacos. He'll
We
figure it
actually
out.
had tacos tonight at
Look
home.
Felipe, how are you not in on this?
I love
Okay,
tacos. I just don't think I could do it every single night. So,
but there's so many varieties. When you say taco and you let me get away with just saying blanket statements, right? Or burritos. I was very concise, but I could eat that every day. I really could. It's a great balance.
Well, Adrian agrees with you about the tacos here or seafood.
Yes.
So thank you for that, Adrian. Kelly Price is saying that she's yes, carnivore diet, just how we started eating. And then of course Sandra's hungry now. We made her very hungry.
Me too, right? I'm starving.
Kenny,
Curry.
I agree with you. Okay, so Kenny, you need to come up here, Kenny, because I'm with you. I love the crispy skin of the fried chicken. As a kid, I would peel that off, eat that, and give the rest of the chicken to somebody else.
Oh my gosh, you're so wasteful. Listen, I gotta say, Nick, you have my heart because if it's not Mexican food for me, it's Indian food. And they laugh at me. I know I did a post about it,
Oh,
but
you're getting a lot of
literally I'm like
tacos
one
then.
of the 3 people in Bellingham that like a level 5 heat on Indian food.
Oh, wait, Sandra, salads. That's actually a smart choice. You can do a lot with salads. All right, Nick, I'm going to challenge you on the curry only for me because I had to work at a hotel right next to the cafeteria where they cooked with curry every day for 2.5 years. And it was just curry overload. The smell every single day. My clothes smelled like curry. It was just curry, just Armageddon. I couldn't take it. So I love people that love curry. I am just curry adverse.
Okay, wait, hold on. I feel like you're just not grateful for some of the blessings in life. Where do I apply for that job?
Oh, if you work at Hyatt Hotels, they feed you for free. Great
Hey,
company.
Hyatt, somebody at Hyatt, Melissa Houston needs a job.
Oh my gosh.
I want to work
I
at
know
Hyatt.
people to Hyatt. I will get you a hookup, okay? And if you really want to work.
Are you serious? You're gonna put your name on me? How sweet of you. I'm just kidding, guys.
Crap.
Listen,
I
I have a
didn't
question
think
for
that
the
through.
audience.
I did not think that through, y'all. Hold on. Let me get back to you on that.
Wait a minute, stop it. Shh.
I'm with Noni on the steak tacos though. I want steak tacos. To me that's the best kind. And then let's see. David Kane says barbecue. And then we got seafood from Steven. All right, Steven. I'm liking the seafood
Ribs.
there.
I'm in on ribs.
Meryl's on your side with Taco Tuesday. Oh wait, is today Tuesday? It is Tuesday. All right.
Listen, I'm ready for my Uber Eats. It's happening because I've already
So I
been
guess
sipping.
if the world came to an end, tacos would be, the
It's a
meal
solid
that people
choice.
want. Yeah.
I mean, okay, who
Hi,
has seen
Leslie.
Demolition Man, right? Hi, Leslie. Felipe, did you ever see Demolition Man? Taco Bell won the
Yes.
war. It's
What's
because
that?
they had tacos. Taco Bell won the franchise wars.
Oh my God.
It's written in history. Now, listen, Felipe is going to get in trouble if he's live too long. I got to be honest with you. I made a promise to Michelle. She's kind of mad at me that in the middle of a party that I would plan an event like this, there was some lack of communication. I'm Pacific and I worked until 5:30 and Felipe and I were trying to plan for you guys in between that and his party and we messed up. So here we are. Felipe, how long do you really have before your wife is not my friend anymore?
I say you have about another 14 minutes before the friendship comes to an end.
Okay, guys, raise your hand. Jump into the restream. The comment section does have the link for you to join. But I do have a
I'm gonna repost
question.
the link again just so everyone has
Please
it here.
do. I do have a question for you guys. What is the goal for 2025? I don't even want to call it a resolution because, yes, we can resolve to do it, but the reality is, I'm a goal getter, I'm a goal setter. So, what is the goal? What do you want to do next year? Who do you want to do it with? I already told Hyatt I want to work for them. They got to beat the six-figure mark, though. I'm kind of right there. So, that's got to be a goal. But what about you? Where are you going? I want to know. How can we help?
I have a
Felipe,
question for Brian. I have a question for Brian. Brian,
okay.
you do so many great videos, and you're really, you're dancing. What's your goal for 2025 with videos? Are you doing anything differently? Are you looking to up your game with it? Are you going to stop doing videos? What's your plan?
Thank you, Felipe and Melissa. So no, I'm not going to stop doing videos. I don't do them every day. I just don't have the capacity to do that all the time. And plus, also, because sometimes sounds have been flagged on other platforms, I've made it more of a priority to either sing something on my own or speak on camera for the videos. Um, Plus, I want to get booked for in-person opportunities, at least locally New Jersey first. That is the goal. Because I don't know if I'm at a point yet where I could plan my own airport trip or anything like that. But I do want to feel like I'm moving a little further to bringing LinkedIn and other platforms to real life. So that is the goal for 2025 as of right now. Um, yeah.
Well, I love that, and I appreciate you sharing that. I'm going to turn the light here. Nick, the link is in the comments of the event. In case anyone's looking for it, I did put it in the event in the comments of the event. And so, because Nick asked a very curious question, and I'm curious about this about traditions.
I love
Does
this
anybody,
too.
does anybody have any traditions they do for New Year's Eve? And Nick asked, and I love that she asked this question here. She wants to know who else knows about eating 12 grapes at Christmas. I didn't know until I met my Mexican husband, and now I need to eat 12 between 12 a.m. and 12:01. Now, it is, she meant New Year's, not Christmas. And it is a Spanish tradition or Hispanic tradition that's out there. And the reason is that you're supposed to eat a grape for each month of the year. Now, here's a little tip. If you, as you're eating the grapes, you're supposed to eat them within the first minute. Now, my kids used to eat it. They used to think it was within the first 12 rings of midnight, and they would like start shoving them in their mouth, but you're going to choke. No, you have 60 seconds to eat 12 grapes, one for each month. Now, if there is a grape that is particularly sour, that means that that month might not be a great month. So if your sixth grape that you're eating is like really bitter or sour, that might be, June might not be a great month for you this year. That is the tradition, but you are supposed to have it, and you can have it with a glass of champagne, of course. But we have our bags downstairs with 12 grapes, Nicole, and they are all there. And is she joining us yet? Not yet. And so yeah, so what traditions do you all do for New Year's? Does anyone have any unique traditions that you do,
Um,
Brian or Houston?
I gotta say, for me, for 25 years, I have remembered my great grandfather. This is the day he passed. And so for me, it's just honoring the legacy, right? The people who came before, being grateful for every breath, really just looking back at the life we've lived this year. And so I always look back. I know others do too, but I do it to honor my great grandfather.
I love that. I think that's awesome. And one of the things as kids, I remember we used to go out with pots and pans and just clang as loud as we could at midnight outside. It's the only time of the year that you can be loud at midnight. Brian, do you have any traditions that you do?
Um, No, I don't really have any traditions. When I was a teenager and maybe into my early 20s, we used to go to my parents' friends for New Year's Eve, but we don't do that anymore. We just watch the ball drop from home.
Well, and that's the tradition, watching the ball drop. I will say also that we had one tradition that my parents would take us all out to our aunt's house, and then they'd have the older cousins watch us, and then they would go out dancing and come back at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, how is that fair? So, all right, there we go. Nick, how are
Nick,
you?
let me just say you look beautiful. As the one lady on stage, let me be the one to say, oh my gosh, you look gorgeous. Welcome.
Hi, I'm on stage. That's so funny.
You-
Oh, there I am. Oh, that's really funny now because I'm looking at myself on stage there, and it's definitely
Delayed.
delayed. Oh, I didn't realize I was on stage. Let's hope I don't do anything stupid so I can answer your question about what funny thing have you done when you're live. All right then.
So Nick, I love that you brought up the tradition of the 12 grapes because my family does that every year, and all our friends love that. So I love that your husband has shared that tradition with you. And have you ever had any other traditions that you experienced?
Honestly, back home in Trinidad, we eat black-eyed peas and rice. I remember my family always cooking that. I'm not sure why, but I guess it's similar to the 12 grapes thing, right? It's a matter of like luck. Yeah, I want to say the last 5 years, my tradition has been go to sleep before midnight, wake up and tell my husband Happy New Year.
Hey, last year everyone in the house was asleep, but my mother and myself, and all that happened was Melissa had her bunk me in the head, just like she did this year. So as far as the question,
Wait a minute. Hold on. I have a quick question. Did I have her do it or did you tell her to do it? Because now we're on video and there's a playback.
okay, so she has an ear infection, so she couldn't hear very well, so I had to translate what you were saying.
But that's not what I said exactly. So you just helped me get you bunked. And I appreciate you.
No, I said she wants you to bunk me on the head if I've been naughty.
I asked if
Immediately
you.
she
Oh,
just bunked
okay.
me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well then look, mom chose.
Yeah. So Nick,
Yeah.
all right. Here's the question for you. What's your prediction for the most ridiculous trend that we're going to see in 2025?
Oh my God, talk about putting me on the down spot. The most ridiculous trend. Felipe, really? What's with this question? I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a different one. All right.
Okay,
How
wait.
about
I just bought my first pair of high-waisted jeans ever in Canada over Christmas, and my husband took one look at it and he was like, "You need to take that back to the store." I'm like, "No, I need to hide my pouch." So I would say the new trend is going to be high-waisted jeans.
All right. There you go. All right. Now here's the other question. If you can only eat one thing for the rest, for all of 2025, what would that one thing be?
Oh, I put that in the comments. I have to eat curry and paratha roti
Oh yeah. Okay.
every single day. But it's Trinidadian curry. It's different than Indian curry. It's made differently. It's a different type of spice. It's my Madras curry. It's more yellow than orange. There's a difference.
All right. Well, when I come to New York or you come to DC, we'll have to try it that way. I'll give it another chance.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I don't want to suck up time. I mean, let other people.
No, thank you for coming up here. We appreciate you being up here. And it's only the four of us right now. Yeah. So, Houston, you have any questions for Melissa or Brian before we start wrapping up?
I don't have any questions for myself, but maybe I just want to thank Nick for helping us achieve 2 international best-selling books this year. Because really, lady, you're the one who helped us get there, and without you, it wouldn't have been possible. So thank you so much.
Wait.
Did he hide something under the desk? What is
No,
this happening?
Well, I'm trying to.
I don't know.
I was trying to find copies of the book. Here's one.
I was so scared. You have no idea in the chaos portion of the show what's going to come out from underneath the counter.
Oh my
No.
God, you guys are hilarious. But
I
seriously,
have my books right here.
you have that many copies and you can't find one.
I gave away a lot of them, and that's what's killing me is that I had one here stored away so I wouldn't lose it and I wouldn't give it away. And here it
I'm
is.
so glad I'm not on
Found
video
it.
because
Found
my
it.
face with her like very poignant commands of, oh my gosh.
But
Look how
here's the
pretty
cool
they
thing.
are.
So my kids and my nieces all read the chapter, and they all got emotional. And then what was funny was that a lot of them missed that I wrote a personal note to each of them right here in the first page, and like, oh wait, I didn't go back and read that, and they're like, that just made it even more special. So it's definitely a nice thing that you did for us, Nick. You taught us how to be authors. You taught us how to actually get over the fear, or maybe the just the lack of thought that we could actually do something. I mean, I don't know if it's imposter syndrome or what, but you help us achieve something that we never thought we'd actually do in our lives. And that's a huge gift you gave us. And in turn, that ripple effect is a gift you've given to our children, our next generations. I mean, so what you've done, it's just a huge thing. And thank you so much. And I pray that you continue doing what you're doing, because you've published, 20 books, is it now?
No, just 5. Just 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. Oh,
Actually, the first one was November 25th last year, and it was the first Legacy 2023. And well, the trilogy counted for 3. But I do want to say one thing. Maybe I helped guide that ship into the port, but it's y'all who got on the ship with your cargo. Just remember that. If you didn't say yes to yourselves, this would never have happened. And we do have something really cool coming up next year for Legacy, and it will be a little bit before the Legacy. So keep an eye out for that, because I'm kind of thinking family might like to do a Legacy book, just the family. Maybe Philippa, you want to get together with 11 of your family members and you want to do a Cofino only Legacy book.
I love that. Well, one of my goals this year is to get my children's book published. So I may be reaching out to you for that, because it's all written and I'm working on the illustration. And it's one of my goals for 2025. So
Awesome.
I have 4 goals I've written down. That's one of them.
Awesome. And Melissa and I are working on a ton of goals in the background already for 2025.
Oh boy, Houston's just. If Houston is working with you on goals, watch out. It's a busy year.
Yeah, trust me, this lady ain't no joke. All right.
I love you both. I cannot wait to see what next year brings. You guys, what are your goals? What are you trying to get done? Seriously, what is it? Is it just cleaning out the garage? Do you want to move? Do you want a new job? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to, triple your income? Whatever it is, speak it now. Because reality is, until you claim it, it's not going to happen. Until you set the goal, it's not going to happen. Until you get clear on what you want, it's not going to happen. Happenstantially falling into your dream life is what statistically, Felipe, what would you guess that statistic is to happenstantially fall into your dream life? To happen to accidentally become Mark Cuban?
Like 1%.
Less than.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, right? But guys,
what are some of your goals for 2025? Do you have any that you have written down already, that you've documented yet?
Well, like I said, I like to review on the 1st. It's a big day for me. But some of my goals I've already set like Thanksgiving time. Because if you have a 2025 goal, you should be marketing in December for that thing. So I'm going to be growing my coaching. Again, my consulting businesses, helping you grow, helping your social media, helping you figure out what you want to be when you grow up if you're not quite sure yet. But also emotional women, right? Jackie and I are going to be blowing down the walls to come in and talk about emotional intelligence in the workplace and how to take those chaotic moments and figure out what the causation really is. Because once you fix the problem, it stops happening. There might be new reasons to be emotional, but we can also teach you how to respond when that comes. I think working with Nick is a huge facet. We're going to talk to some authors about some things we can do. I'm really going to leave it at that. But then, Wakabumi is a big thing. We got some stuff in the works. If we get some of these grants and some funding that we're hoping for, we have some huge things we can do with entrepreneurship and really helping Narky make that dream a reality. So I'm excited about all of those things. But again, I need Hyatt to pay me 6 figures to come do something for them. I don't know.
Well, I'm excited about things, and we'll talk about Hyatt later. But I definitely agree with Wakabumi. We have a great curriculum this year for them, and I know you and I are going to be doing a lot of great work with them. So I'm looking forward to that. My goals this year, I gotta say, so I went through them. I've already written them down, and I like doing them before January 1st, and then start working on them. And the first one is always continuing to challenge my knowledge around HR. And so taking some SHRM classes and gaining some certifications this year. Another thing is, how can I up my game on using LinkedIn platform to share my knowledge so others can benefit from it? So I have some strategies here. The third thing is the children's book I mentioned. And the fourth thing is a physical exercise of a minimum of 10,000 steps and some push-ups and sit-ups, and it's things that I want to get done on a like 5 times a week. So realistic goals, simple. But here's the thing that I did. And what I love about it is that my goals have very specific, measurable things. And what I did was I used ChatGPT, and for those of you that hate SMART goals and say they're passe, say all you want, but they've helped me achieve my goals every single time. So what I did was I put in the goals that I wanted to finish my children's book. I wanted to exercise more and do at least 10,000 steps. I wanted to increase my knowledge on relevant information about HR. And I wanted to use my LinkedIn platform to share more knowledge. Help me create 4 goals. And I said, use the SMART method. And be specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. And when you tell it to do that for you, it really does give you very specific things. And it tells you, hey, by June 2025, you got to do this part. By November 2025, you got to do this part. It is giving you actual steps that you've got to be held accountable to. So I encourage you all to do it, because not everyone has a Melissa Houston in their life to hold them accountable. If you can, hire her, because she's going to help you. But if not, at least let ChatGPT help you, because I'm telling you, it gives you a little bit more focus. And once you document and act, as Melissa always says, you increase your chances of achieving your goals.
And just for the record, for anybody questioning, I did not pay for that. I don't know why he's being so kind. Maybe this is a new Felipe. Was that number 5 on the list, sir? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I appreciate you so much.
It's the end of the year, and you had some niceness built up for you, so I had to get it all out for the new year.
Okay, I love this. Listen, guys, a couple of quick questions before we have to wrap, because I promised his wife not to take too much time, and I am not going to be on her naughty list. He can stay there.
You're already on the naughty list.
No, she loves me because I sang to her.
Bottle of champagne when you see her.
Oh my gosh, no, we're not. I owe her a night out on the town, and you're driving, so I can't wait. I do need you to sign an NDA, because I have a feeling you will talk about it on LinkedIn, and that's not going to happen. I need your wife protected. Me, you can tell the friends. But let me say this, guys. It's been a pleasure. It really has. Look at this platform. And as much as people have been ho and hum and unexcited, I mean, I don't even know what the term is, but they made it sound like LinkedIn was dying, right? Like audio was over. Look at me. I'm here without a camera because I don't know what I did, but I deleted all of the stuff that tells my computer there's a camera there. So somebody sent help. But it's still functional that way. If we wanted to, we could all shut our cameras off and we could all be in this place. And I think it's beautiful. And whether it's recorded or not, we're here to stay. And the companies we work for will have to accept it. And I love you, Komodo. But reality is we're all stronger together, and the work I do here teaches me as much as I teach others. And I'm excited about where we're going. And I hope the company I work for is excited about the outcomes we've had this year. I can't wait for others to have the same. I can't wait to see where Nick's going to. I can't wait to be part of another book next year. I'm not saying I want to be, but I can't say I'm going to turn it down, because I won't. And Nick's probably
Nick,
going to ask.
before Nick's about to hop off. Before you hop off, Nick, I just want to wish you a wonderful, happy New Year to you and your husband, and I hope that you have all your wishes come true in 2025 because you've made a lot of our wishes come true in 2024. So thank you for everything you've done, and thank you to everyone here who's joined us. One thing I love about is being able to see all the comments, being able to see how many people engage. That's one thing on the audio side. The audience couldn't engage with each other as much as they do here. And I do love seeing that. I do love the ability to come up on stage like Brian and Nick did. I only turn on my camera because probably I've had a few glasses of wine and it's New Year's and Nick and Brian turn on their cameras. So I decided to turn it on. So I'm going to turn off my camera now since it's just me and Miss Houston here. And as we wrap up for the rest of the show, I just want to say thank you all again for an amazing, phenomenal 2024. There were some trials and tribulations that we went through, and this community, I know it helped me get through it. I know, Melissa, you said it helped you get through some things, and we're very grateful. And our commitment is to keep on giving back in 2025 and making sure that we share our knowledge with all of you all and continue to build this community where we continue to grow, help each other, and just learn from each other as much as we can. Houston, any final thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I feel like I've said a lot, but it really is what you make it, guys. This platform could have been a place where I checked in once a week, once a month, just to make sure my connections were alive and I checked the recent job postings. Or it is the place that I've made it, where there's a community. I know you guys well enough that I would sleep in most of your homes. If you're in the comment section, I know most of you, right? If I don't yet, I want to. And looking at 15,000 connections for myself, even more for you, Felipe, I think we're at 50,000 plus between the two of us. We want to create a ripple and we want to do it in a way that helps you. And so if you have a specific ask, let us know. We want to help. We have tons of shows coming. It might look like this. It might get me on video if I can get my camera fixed. But reality is, however we show up, we're doing it for you. It's not for us. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. I have a blast with him, but I could do this privately on a phone call once a week, just
Well,
right.
Leslie,
So
Leslie says she's been in the studio, but I don't see you in the studio, Leslie. Oh wait, now you just popped in. All right,
yay,
Leslie.
come.
All right, Leslie, I'm gonna give you 1 minute or 2 minutes, since we are wrapping up here, and my wife has not yelled at me yet. So wait, let me try to take this off. How can I do this?
I probably bought us some time, Leslie, because I had grandma, like mama, knock him on the head. And so she's probably like,
All right,
okay,
stop,
she got it
Houston,
in
stop
for her.
talking. Leslie,
What?
talk. Leslie, welcome.
Oh,
Happy New
Leslie,
Year. How
welcome.
are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm used to this. I'm used to it and love you guys. So I was just going to tell you my goal. As you know, I don't use SMART goals. I use them for tasks, and tasks and goals are very different, but I do use them for the task. But the goals must be unachievable and unrealistic. So for me, my goal for the first quarter is to publish Errata's book 2. And you know that the audio book is coming out. How am I going to do that?
When?
Well, yeah, I can give you the name of the person doing it so you can harass them. But I'm going to be doing a book study on the possibility of errata for the 2350 network. And it looks like January in a couple of weeks. So people will be able to buy the audio book and study that along with the book study. So as soon as the person that I've paid to do the work finishes the work, unfortunately.
All right, fair enough. Well, Leslie, I'm so glad you came up here. If you have not checked out Leslie, Leslie is an author. She's a podcaster. She's a video streamer. She's got she helps people out with producing. And if you have not checked out her book, Errata, it is definitely something that if you are somebody who loves reading about a place that just takes you away, this is the book for you. So Leslie, thank you for being a part of our lives this past year, and I look forward to being a part of our lives in 2025. Houston, any final thoughts for Leslie?
I just have to say 10 books now, Leslie. Is that where you are?
12.
12. Listen, I can't even keep up with my fingers. She has more books than I have fingers on my hands. But I have to say, you should read her work. Because, Leslie, I don't know if you've heard, but I sent a book to my great aunt in Nebraska, and she's been giving me feedback every day. She calls me daily with feedback. And she loves the books, and she told me that you remind her of my Aunt Carol. And I have to say, it's the first time I've ever seen that overlap, but 100% you remind me of my grandmother's sister. And I realized, oh my gosh, that is Leslie in a bubble for me. So you're just like family. But also, I mean, look at our friends. Look at the progress that's been made. Look at how many people we share in common. I mean, I ate popcorn last night and I thought of you because I hadn't done popcorn in a long time, and it was so funny. But I've been busy, and I appreciate everything you bring to this platform. I appreciate your, weekly audio event lineup, which is now going to be a live video event lineup, I'm certain. But guys, if you're not following Leslie Flowers, if you're not reading her books, you should change that immediately. Happy New Year's, Leslie.
So I gotta say one last thing. Sorry, Leslie. You want one
No,
last
go
thing?
ahead. I'm just saying thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And one last thing I gotta say, it's a funny thing. My 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 nephew's like looking at the copy of the book, and he goes, "Are you allowed to put international #1 bestseller on there?" I'm like, "Yes, because we were." I'm like, "Oh, you really were one?" I'm like, I didn't put a sticker on there just because.
You can't fake
Book.
that stuff, guys. You get in trouble if you fake.
I was like, I'm
Look
not
at how
gonna lie
cute.
and put a sticker that says we're #1 bestseller. If we weren't, I go, look at the other one. The other one just says bestseller. It doesn't say #1 bestseller. I'm like, oh. I was like, but I just thought it was funny that they thought I put a sticker on there. I go, no, it's part of the book. Feel it.
Listen, I mean, this is how we learn.
What I really appreciate is something that Nick has done to make it very clear to everybody in these anthologies that we are best-selling co-authors. Because by saying that you're an author, that diminishes the people who have written their own book. So the reality, I mean, do we want to give the impression that we're a best-selling international author, or do we want to tell the truth, which is we are international best-selling co-authors?
No, absolutely. Yeah, the co-author is definitely what we are, and there's no question about it. And it hopefully opens the door for us to become full-fledged authors. So
yes.
Well, listen, it is 1 minute to the hour, and I am going to start saying our farewells here because my wife still has not yelled out for me, and I want to go downstairs before she does. So, with that being said, listen, everyone, thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful year. We will be back, Melissa and I, on our Sunday shows, like always, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right? and we are going to make sure that we communicate to you all. It could be just like this live stream, and we are going to figure out fun ways to do it. I might actually purchase a subscription to Restream so I can play with some of the bells and whistles if it makes it easier for you all, which hopefully it does. But hopefully you can see how easy it was for Leslie and Nick and Brian to come up. And the reality is, it's learning a new skill. So, Houston, thank you for being a friend, a little sister, a colleague, and a coach. You've been a godsend to me. So thank you for being who you are. I appreciate you so much. Oh my God. I actually got her to shut up.
I said, okay, don't make me emotional. I was honestly like, wait, he knows I've been drinking. What is he doing? Don't get all soppy on me. But no, honestly,
No, that
it
was
hits
sincere. I
my
mean
heart.
that. You are a good, great person, and I appreciate having you in my life. And it's something that, people that have you as a coach are lucky, but to have you as a friend, I consider myself even luckier.
Well, and I appreciate you because honestly, there are a million people that you could pick to do this with. And a million people probably would be in line if you said, hey, I'm looking. But I'm grateful it's me. And I think we hold each other accountable. And I think you've answered questions for me as a coach in the same way. We take turns. And that's what partnership is about. And guys, when you have a network that you can really depend on, this is what it looks like. And I really trust his wife to be on my side at any time. He's always uploaded. But reality is, I think it's important to be able to take a vote. And that's something I got to give Felipe credit for because he will take outside information and assess it. He will say, oh gosh, Melissa and Michelle both agreed. Let me look at this. What is happening? Um, but I envy that about you sometimes.
Misophonia is a disease, apparently.
It is, and you didn't know it until I told you, even though your wife had told you. But I do think there is a value in the way you assess data, and you're like, okay, wait, so many people said this. Let me pause. Let me self-reflect. Let me go into my little corner and figure this out. And not everybody does that, Felipe. And so the self-awareness and being able to like address the things that we're not good at and call each other out and hold each other accountable, but then also show each other the way. I value not everybody does. And if everybody would take that and apply it to their own life, pick a friend and do that with, I think the world would be a better place. So thank you so much for what you've done this year. And I can't wait to see what next year brings.
I agree. Well, everyone have a wonderful 2025. Ring it in, whatever time zone you're in. And whether you sleep through it or you celebrate with it, people enjoy it. And just know that let's make 2025 a great year together. I wish you all the best. And with that, adios.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
Bye.